Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective tarot. I said collective tarot on the other video for the collective. Now I was like, wait a minute, what am I saying? We're doing the collective tarot for today. Today is Friday, April 25th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, the talk, the tube, the lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the fan base, the Insta, the Pinterest, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. I feel like I should put this here, but I feel like I'm going to knock it. Yeah, maybe not. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman, intuitiveintention.com, or you can find his decks in the TikTok shop. Sorry, I'm daydreaming. I'm like looking at my neighbors. We got one on the table and it's a major. Two on the table, one major. Whoa, that was interesting. Oh, hello. We got five. Hold on, we got one on the floor. Before I announce this, I always take ones on the floor in the upright. All right, we've got 5 cards on the table, and 3 of them are majors. All right. All right, we got 6 on the table, 4 major. Let's do 2 more shuffles. This is interesting. 7 on the table. Okay. All right. Sounds great. So we've got 8 with the bottom of the deck, and we've got 5 majors. Look at that. The top is all good stuff. 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Star, 9 of Pentacles. What the? Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups, the Hierophant. Hey, the Hermit and the Moon are next to each other. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to set this on the box on the windowsill. We've got the Lovers. 7 of Swords. That mofo is always on the table, it seems like. When he's not here, when this guy ain't here, I get scared. I'm like, where is he? The Hangman. The Tower. The Tower. We got 4 of Pentacles. She's always on the table too. I'm just gender, assigning because of the picture. You take how that resonates, but that's just the card. We got the Emperor. 2 of Wands. And bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. I kid you not. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. The emperor can be an empress. It doesn't really matter. So as always, I will just say that you can liken this reading to like a business reading with the Lovers card. Even with the Emperor card, it doesn't necessarily have to give lovers if that's not something that you're interested in. However, I will say that that's the vibe. And here's what I'm going to say. This Emperor, and again, you can switch it to Empress, it's just energy, is in a connection with the Seven of Swords. It's not good. It's not a good connection. This person, this Emperor, is looking for a new situation. With the Tower moment, this person is coming to the realization that they have to leave whatever this lover situation is, whatever this partnership is that they're not happy with. They need to leave. They would only be doing themselves a disservice, a dishonesty, if they continue to stay in that connection when they just really don't want to be there. I'm not going to lie, with the Four of Pentacles, whatever this connection was, it was more like superficial. That's the word I was looking for, superficial. So this would be like a person being with another person because they think they're good looking, being with another person because they think they're wealthy, being with another person because they think they make them look good, something along those lines. Very superficial reasons for the connection. This this person, this Emperor, definitely wants to go towards something new with the Two of Wands. Like, this is someone that knows that when they leave this connection, um, it's almost like they want to take their time. This person might even want to be like single before they, look for another connection. But they know that it's going to be different. It's going to be brighter. And I don't know why, but there's something with that the connection that they're in, or the connection that they're leaving, because I heard the word tainted. So I don't know if like and this is just an example, like if you did get into a relationship with someone because you thought that they were good looking, like, oh, I'm good looking, so I have to be with someone good looking. But if you're focused on that when you get into that relationship, you might not be paying attention to everything else that that person puts out, right? So, like, if somebody has a bad temper, if someone has like possibly health issues or mental health issues, um just overall like not nice to other people, behavioral issues, and then you get into a relationship with that person and you're like, huh, they yell at the waitresses a lot, or like, oh, like they're always on the phone, complaining, trying to get something for free, or just like somebody realizing like, yeah, they're pretty or they're handsome or they're sexy, right? But am I attracted to what's underneath? Like, am I attracted to their soul, their heart, their mind? Or is that just all, shit? Because all I was looking for was a good looking person. It gives off that kind of vibe. Like somebody, picking somebody as like a partner, but not really thinking about how that would go in the long term. And I don't want to be mean, but I'm going to say it because it's kind of obvious, or maybe it's just maybe it's just obvious to me because I'm a blonde and I always joke about it. But it would be like somebody getting involved. I'm going to be stereotypical here. So let's say like an older gentleman getting involved with a younger woman because they're hot, they're sexy, they're beautiful, and the sex is great, right? But they're in this relationship for like 2 or 3 months and they realize that whoever this person is, like they're not that smart. Like that very stereotypical, like, yeah, they meet my sexual needs, but do they meet these needs? Like I need, like realizing like I need somebody to fulfill all my needs, basically. The Wheel of Fortune, like this person, this emperor, they're going to make it happen. They're going to leave whatever situation they're in if they haven't already, and they're going to start looking for someone different. And this could literally be someone that has done this their whole life. Like I always go for the pretty blonde, or I always go for the person that has the best car or the best home or the best job. And it's somebody realizing that that has literally gotten them nowhere. Like you need to look at the whole package. And I really think, honestly, I'm just gonna say it, with this Seven of Swords, this Emperor, this person's energy, like they're being dishonest with themselves, you know. Like, oh yeah, this is the type of person I always go for. It's gonna be great, and then it's like, mm, not so much. Because I don't see like them being dishonest with the other person. I mean, obviously, I don't think they're gonna go up to the other person and be like, "Hey, we need to break up. You're too stupid." I don't think I don't. I mean, if somebody were to do that, like I would, and if it were to happen to me, or if I were to witness it, I would probably flip my lid. I'm not even kidding, because that is just so beyond rude. But I don't see that person doing something like this person doing something like that. The dishonesty, the Seven of Swords energy, that's from within. That's someone, realizing like, oh, like, why did I always pick this type of person when really I need all of this, not just that. And I'm just gonna say it because it resonates for me too. Like I'm a chunkier girl. So and don't I don't know how to I don't want to sound so conceited, but like, and you probably feel the same way about you, right? I'm the whole package, right? You probably think you're the whole package. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm sexy as hell, I'm cutie patootie. Like I feel like I got it all going on. But I get a lot of times, from men especially, like, oh, like you're too heavy, you're too big. Okay, move along. Move along. That's fine. I don't care. Everybody does have a preference. I get it. But sticking with that same preference and getting the same thing over and over again while you realize, like, I keep picking the same person and it's getting me nowhere, like, eventually you need to step out of your box and think of something else. You know? I'm just saying. And I guess I'm different. I guess I don't care. And maybe it's because I'm heavier, you know. I've been attracted to skinny people. I've been attracted to bigger people, men, women, burly, not burly, nerdy, not nerdy, outwardly sexy, not outwardly sexy. I've been attracted to it all. Typically my main attraction, like what it stems from, is personality. So more like funny, comedian, intellectual, that kind of thing. Like I like the mind, you know. And don't get me wrong, I like a pretty little face too. I do, but it's usually personality that gets it for me. I'm not gonna lie. Again, everybody has their own preferences, but I think if you were to be more open to a different package, the gift could be so much greater. I'm just saying. And I don't know why I don't know why I'm thinking about this. I can't even remember the name of the show. I don't remember the name of the show, but the lady that played Pam Beasley on The Office did a show after a couple years afterwards. It came out, and she was married to in the show, she was married to Kate Hudson's brother. What's his name? I can never remember his first name. Luke Hudson? I want to say Nate, but I know it's not Nate. Anyway, they're married in the show. They have, I think, 3 kids, and they decide to get a divorce. She's actually the one that wants the divorce, I think. And he ends up moving into like their little guest cottage shed or whatever in the backyard. And she stays in the house with the kids. And then I think they go back and forth like every week or every couple of weeks or something. But they're friends. They have a married couple. They're friends. And it's I can never remember their names. They both have Asian in them. She looks a little bit more like maybe she's Caucasian and Asian. And she did play, I want to say, like on the last season or two of the original 90210. So she's like my age, if not a little bit older. Beautiful lady, very beautiful lady. And the husband is the little Asian comedian guy. He's kind of, and again, I'm being stereotypical, but he's kind of like goofy looking, kind of doofy looking. Like he kind of almost had like a mullet, kind of like. And he's funny. He's a comedian. He's hilarious. But he's like a little guy and she's like taller, and they stand next to each other, and she's just gorgeous, and he just looks like a little nerdy Asian comedian guy. She even said right in front of him, she's like, "Oh, I would have never dated him if it wasn't for the fact that he had money." She's like, "But then when I started dating him, she realized, like, even though he's not my typical person that I go for, I dug it." And we stuck. And they ended up getting married. And they were happy. Like she thought outside the box, even though that really wasn't the typical guy that she would go for. And it ended up working out. It ended up working out. So you never know, like, maybe you're not attracted to someone at first, but then you are. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And again, that's just an example. So take how it resonates for you. But yeah, this is someone definitely ready to leave a situation that was not working for them. And whether they take a sabbatical or not, they're going to be looking for a new connection. For sure. I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found entertaining. I hope you all have a good evening or day, wherever you are, whenever you watch this. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.